Okay, it's a really weird thing, but I'm in quite a good mood today because I don't know why, but I am. Yeah, I've been going through sort of Megan's. I still can't say her name. Megan Thee's Stool Lion. Um, I don't know what that means, but I feel like she represents the angel of lust, and it's like a lion that kind of needs to be stalled back because lust isn't particularly a good thing. But like I have said on some of my Facebook feed things. Lust can be a good thing, but only if it's towards like a partner and say it's you also love each other as well. If you have love and lust and you both feel the same way, then plus you probably need alcohol. It actually feels like it's not that bad of a thing. You know, everyone puts lust down, and it is bad because lust is kind of a really strong sexual desire, and they can lead you to make the wrong decisions and stuff. But if you have it towards the right person or someone that feels the same way back, then it's not actually as bad as it makes out. But yeah, most of the time it is bad because it leads you to feel or have feelings towards people you might not even know that well, and stuff like that. But I think she's definitely very sexy, and I love the I love songs that seem to link to me a lot, and that pie, sweetest pie song kind of links to me. I mean, I've never, I don't want to think that I have anything to, kind of, I don't want to think that I'm similar to that character. But at the same time, I feel like sometimes there's like the spell that I was under, and yeah, lust is what the word was, because lust is kind of like a really strong sexual desire that you feel like you would die without it, and or maybe not die, but it's like being addicted to alcohol. You know, you can drink a lot and like drinking, and then you can also feel like you need drink, and you would, you know, you can't cope or live without it. And I think that's the difference between just sexual desire and lust. Lust is just a bit over the top, and also if you lust over designer clothing or handbags or diamonds or whatever, you know, you will do anything for that lust, or to get that item, even though the item is not a sexual item. You'd be willing to do sexual things to get that item. And that's when liking non-sexual things becomes liking sexual things, because you'd be willing to, like, I don't know, have a sugar daddy or turn into prostitution or go into prostitution or go into glamour model, and you know, do sexual things for the items that you want. And I feel like that's what lust is, and I think a lot of Christians have no idea what lust actually is. You know, I was watching the Lion of Judah and their take on it, and I was kind of like, that's interesting. You seem to say a lot of things about it, but you don't seem to really specify what it is. And then I looked up what it is, and it's like sexual desire. And then I was thinking about some of the things they said, and I was like, yeah, well, a lot of the things you said aren't necessarily linked to sexual desire. But yeah, and sexual desire is not bad. And extreme sexual desire is can be, in extreme circumstances, okay. You know, if you're with the partner that you really like, and if it's also serious, you know, if you get with people that you aren't serious with, you could have kids with them, and it would turn into a disaster. But yeah, I was looking at the Rinna. I don't even really. I haven't been following that girl. Rina. Don't really know how to say it, and but I noticed that none of my angels are sort of Chinese looking, and I seen there was a video, and I kind of missed out because I was skipping straight to the song, and then I watched the trailer at the beginning, and she was like, I don't know, I think she sounded like she got angry because someone questioned whether she was Japanese or not. And in the back of my mind, I was like, I don't know if you're Japanese or Chinese. And I really like I'm, you know, if something's like, you know, different, like, you know, they have black hair and white skin, and suddenly everyone with black hair and white skin kind of looks the same, and that's kind of like, it's bad to say that, but at the same time, it's, I don't actually know that many Chinese, Hong Kongy. In boarding school, there was a girl from Hong Kong and a girl from Malaysia, or maybe two girls from Malaysia. And yeah, they always got categorized as being the same thing because they looked similar, and it's just how people are sometimes. And I know, if you know, I think people from England and France are completely different. Yet if someone, you know, said that they were exactly the same, or say if someone said that I was from France, and I'd say, but I speak a completely different language. How could you possibly think that I'm French? And then it's just like, oh, well, technically Chinese and Korea and Japanese, they also have different languages. So how could I confuse the two? Because they speak differently. When it's like, if I don't speak Chinese or Hong Kongian, or I don't even know what it is, Hong Kongish? Is that a language? I I didn't do geography in school. I dropped out of geography because school was killing my passion for things, and if I liked something, I didn't want to study it because it was killing my passion, which is also why I didn't study history, because I loved history and I didn't want history teachers to destroy my passion. So I didn't do geography or history. I think I did art or something. It had like these weird ones where I had to choose between something I really liked and something I also really liked, but I just liked art more, and I felt like you could find out more in art, in more about history through art. And I don't know what I did. What geography was? I think geography was like music. Was I had to choose between geography and music. It's like I love the world, but I also love music, and I have to choose music. So yeah, because of that, I didn't do those two, which was annoying because I wanted to do those two. But anyway, um, I'm sure you would learn things like the language. I don't even know if language. I'm not even good with language. I can't do language. I'm dyslexic. So, but anyway, um, I don't know what Hong Kongians speak, but do I have to know? Anyway, I don't like Japanese though. My only memory of Japan is watching this documentary about what happened in the war, and apparently there was like 1,200 women who were forced to basically be sex slaves of the army. And I watched that documentary, and I was so sort of disgusted by Japan that I've kind of blanked, like not wanted to know anything about it. And I think that's a really bad thing, considering I'm supposed to be Christ or God. Can we not tell them that I don't actually know anything about their country, because that's the only thing I've seen, and it just really put me off, like wanting to know anything about it. And yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I'm sure that Lily, my next self, I'm not too sure what she will be. She looks. I say China just because China is like such a massive place on the map, and Korea and Hong Kong, and I don't know what other Malaysian ones, Filipino or something. Filipino. They all kind of look very similar, uh, but just China's the bigger one. So if I say Chinese, really, I kind of mean a cluster of people in that area, which I probably shouldn't do that, because I wouldn't like people to think that I'm French. Not that there's anything wrong with French, but as someone who's English and knows, I know that French is like a neighbor, and yet I feel like there is a difference. Is there a difference? They have a different language, but then again, Chinese and Hong Kongians have a different language too. Or is Hong Kong in China? I didn't study geography. Okay, I don't know geography. I've been most places, but I haven't been there because airplanes are expensive if you go far away. So usually I just go to places kind of near Europe. But anyway, I have been to Thailand quite a few times, but again, I went there because it's cheap. Although it did get more and more expensive because all the Chinese tourists started going there, and the prices started going up higher. But anyway, I'm just chat. I'm just having a chat, really. I feel like I'm kind of alone and I'm drinking, and I don't want to be drinking alone. So um, just having a general chat. Not that I have to have anything specific to say. Although yesterday it was really weird because I was having a talk about Angel of Light, who I didn't like. Ellie Goulding, that song. We've got the fire, and we're gonna let it burn, burn. It really bothered me, and I just stopped listening to her. And then every time I saw her, I kind of just wasn't happy. I didn't like anything she did and stuff, and it was just weird how I was talking about her. Then I started noticing fireworks, like they were really close. Like I swear, the fireworks that looked like they were just in the neighbor's garden, or just there's like a street corner around the corner, and just felt like they were just blowing fireworks on the corner, because I'm pretty sure it's right outside. And then suddenly I realized that it wasn't fireworks. It was 1 a.m, and then this massive thunderstorm came, and there was like times where I'd like in like about a minute or something, you saw about 10 just going poo poo poo, and then I've got a side window here, which is kind of like that, and it was really bizarre because I saw a lightning strike go from one cloud into the other cloud, and it literally just chopped the window completely in half. I mean, not, but you know, the window like that, and then you could see the lightning bolt go straight through it. And I was like, if it would have been just a little bit higher or a little bit lower, you wouldn't have been able to see it through the window. But it was just during the middle, and I was like, that is pretty cool. It's almost like that thunderstorm was just because before me, because I was talking about the angel of what I'd named the angel of light. You know, when it comes to the angels, I don't even know what angels are. You know, I've never really believed in angels, and I think angels are just good people. And when it comes to singers and celebrities, you know, I don't really know what they're like because I've never met them. And you know, I know they have this facade and this persona, and they try and make an appeal to their audience. And sometimes they bring up sides of them that probably aren't that great, but they put it in their music because they know their fans will love it, and their fans. So some of the character is partly fake. I know Paris Hilton says she feels like she has this fake persona, one that's always trying to be perfect. It's interesting how she kind of went to a perfectionist school, and you know, I wouldn't have chosen the name of Angel of Perfection because of the school. I would just choose it because I literally couldn't think of anything else to call her. Like, yeah, she's pretty, and yeah, she's smart, and yeah, she's talented, but I feel like she's got lots of things all together, and she hasn't pissed me off because she hasn't just been making songs about me for, you know, there's a couple of songs, but yeah, none of them really bothered me, and I wouldn't have associated her with being a singer like with all the other singers because she hasn't really got that many works. She's just, you know, she's dabbled. I would say it's more like a kind of dabble in music, but really she likes going to parties, which is such a cool thing. But yeah, I think that's, and then what other characters? Oh yeah, the Rina girl. She does look a bit like a Chinese fortune teller or something, even though she might not be Chinese. She might be Japanese. I don't know. um, uh, but yes, she looks like a fortune teller. And when it comes to these angels, you know, I don't think that they really, you know, I don't think angel mean. I think even the definition of angel should be changed to just someone with like power or influence, someone who's like an influencer, but not just an influencer. You have to have like a lot of influencer. Like you can't. An influencer has couple of 100,000 followers, whereas I think an angel could be just someone that has loads and loads. So they are an angel, but at the same time, there's different views on what an angel is, just like there's different views on what God is. You know, some people think God is love or a feeling or a light or everywhere, you know, something God is in the trees and stuff like that. So everyone has a different view of what God is like, and likewise I think everyone has a different view of what an angel is an angel just someone who sings amazingly? Is an angel someone with a million followers? Is an angel just a really good person? You know, there could be different interpretations of what it is, but um, I don't. I'm happy to call them angels, but at the same time, I think if they are to be seen as angels, then the view on what an angel is should change because some of these basically represent sins. Like the angel of lust clearly isn't the angel of isn't something great because lust is not a particularly good thing, but she does look hot in the videos and she's so strong, and you know, she really does portray the difference. Like people should know the difference between love and lust. And I kind of felt lust definitely towards Martin, even though I had no idea who he was or anything about him. But it was so strong. But it was because it was so strong that I knew that there was something obviously wrong, and it was obviously a spell. I think I knew from day one that it was a spell because it was just like, why can't I stop thinking about him? You know, this isn't just love. This is something a bit. It's a lot of things, a lot of mixture of things. Um, but anyway, and what other ones? I don't know. I think is there any more to come? I don't know. There might be more to come. I'm still going through them, but um, yeah, I think the plan must be that these people give me power by calling me Christ, and I'll probably have to fake my suicide whilst they take over. This will cause a huge amount of question marks on the other two religions, you know, Christianity and and the Muslim religion, because you know, if all these singers believe in this new religion, which I'm calling Christianity, um, I don't know if that's actually a good name, but then You could call it something like the religion of the angels or something. I don't know. Um, I don't know, but Christianity needs to fall. The Muslim religion needs to fall too. But I don't know what's going to happen with that one. I think it could turn it into a lot more violent than I'd want it, or not that I don't even want to, if it happens, whatever happens will happen, and I don't even want to say that I don't want it to happen, because something needs to happen, change needs to happen, and let's just say that. But yes, and then this new religion where the angels are whatever I've called them, and so it's basically a religion that I've set up and I've created. But yeah, then that religion needs to fall, and then I need to say that actually the angel of beauty is beautiful, but I think she really um, represents sort of vanity and selfishness, because some of her songs aren't nice, and you shouldn't like think, oh yeah, that's good, I want to be like that, yeah, I want to just have everyone focused on me. I love that song, the Focus song, though, but yeah, that's not how a person should be like. But Yeah, anyway, I like Sophie though, Sophie Alex Baxter, although I think I should call her Sophie Baxter. I think the Alice was there because I linked her with my sister, but I didn't really link her with my sister because I knew, well, there's Alice there, and it's not really Sophie B, and it's, I don't know. I felt like I vaguely connected her with my sister, but yeah, now I feel like I strongly connected her with my sister. But at the same time, she's obviously a lot smarter, and I don't think she'd really want to represent, someone, my sister, who's someone who they don't know, but I'm pretty sure she would love to represent um, the Angel of Wisdom, um, because that's a cool name.